So on Sunday, the 19th of March, Mars is going to come into an opposition with the Galactic Centre as it reaches 27 degrees of Gemini, opposing the Galactic Centre lying at 27 degrees of Sagittarius. Now, the Galactic Centre is basically the point that lies at the centre of our Milky Way. It is described as a massive black hole, and our galaxy rotates around it. So this point is basically transmitting divine and high frequency consciousness constantly. And whenever we have an aspect to it, or if we find it in our chart, it's basically like a download or a portal to higher wisdom and higher levels of consciousness. Now, when Mars comes into an opposition, Mars is a very energizing planet. It's about our passion, our drive, our energy, our life force, what motivates us in its higher essence or higher expression. And whenever we have an opposition between two planets or points, there's obviously this kind of push-pull. Who's going to win? Who's going to, win the race, if you like? But actually, oppositions are about finding that center point, that kind of equal ground where you can combine the two energies to create some equilibrium and take the best of both worlds. So Mars in Gemini is energizing kind of the way we think, because Gemini is how we think and our mind. But Gemini is quite accessible ways of thinking, whereas the Galactic Centre lying in Sagittarius is much higher perspective. It's very cosmic, very high level wisdom and information and energy and frequencies. So it just feels with this opposition, which is only going to last for a day or so, because Mars is moving through, it will move through the final degrees of Gemini and then moving to Cancer next week. It feels very much that Mars is going to try and grab that higher consciousness and that higher wisdom and all that amazing divine energy that's being pumped out from the Galactic Centre, and kind of try and make it more not tangible, because Gemini is an air sign, but make it more accessible, kind of so that, the mere mortals among us can kind of understand a bit more about what lies beyond. Now, what that looks like, I do not know, and I'm not going to predict anything, because we don't predict things in astrology. But I just thought it was really interesting to point it out. I'll just check my notes here and make sure I've covered everything I was going to. Yeah, it's about possibly access to some downloads, maybe things that we thought we knew, or things that we didn't even know that we didn't know, are going to be more, not out there, in there, more upfront and more visible. So yeah, just thought I'd flag that one, and yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you. I'm Louise from Spiral Bright Insight, and thank you for watching.